Hey, it's Rick Barker, and today we are going to talk about side hustles for musicians, ways that you can make money while you're still pursuing your music career. Growing up, actively involved in sports. That's what my gig was. I played a lot of soccer. Our side hustle, we had a couple. One is that we would teach the younger kids from the church. We would do camps for them, and their parents absolutely loved it. Parents paid very, very well. So I always say, if you're a musician and you play an instrument, don't be afraid to give music lessons as a side hustle to be able to support your music career. There were other times we would go swimming at the golf courses, snagging the golf balls, sell them back to the golfers. There were times where we would go dig worms and sell them to the fishermen. We were always trying to figure out ways to make money. Right now, I think more than ever, with everything that's going on, a lot of your revenue streams as musicians have disappeared. So there are other ways that you can stay involved in what it is that you're normally doing already, but also get paid for it. Another great side hustle for musicians are social media managers, social media strategists. You guys are having to learn how to do this every day for your own music. You know that it also works for local businesses as well. There's a lot of local businesses that could use your help. Actually, they pay very well. Sometimes you can make $250, $300 a week being a social media manager for someone. There are other musicians, especially if you find parents of musicians who know that they've been the ones covering all the Facebook pages and social pages. That might be the person that you end up doing social media for. I have one of my clients right now who took my social media training and is using that training to help other artists. I have a photographer who came into my world, took my social media training in order to go out and help other people, not only in the photography space, the music space, but also in the business space. Another thing that you can become is a content creator. Just go out and shoot video, edit video. Most of you are really good at it anyway. You're doing it for your own careers. There are other people. We live in a visual world right now. I hope you realize that. Everything is visual. So right now, heck, go learn how to fly a drone. Real estate agents. I've seen pest control people. I've seen all types of different businesses right now trying to utilize content on social media to get people into their stores. Take the same strategies that you've been using for your music career and apply those to businesses outside of music. If you want to get back into the music side of things, maybe get yourself hired out. We call it session players, hired guns. There's guitar players right now. There's vocalists that don't know how to play guitar that you could play. Basically, they could give you 3 of their songs. You could play, charge $50 to play each of their songs so that they have something to share on social media. You just made yourself $150. A lot of you aren't making $150 being on the road playing for somebody else. So don't be afraid to go out and drum up business. Don't be afraid to it's not taken away. So often I hear artists say, well, it's taken away from my thing. I don't want to have a plan B. No, you better just pay your bills. It's not about a plan B. Well, it is. Plan bills. We'll say B stands for bills. Sometimes you've got to be able to pay your bills. It doesn't diminish what you're doing if you're helping other people out. I mean, I have an artist right now that he works at Guitar Center. Guess what? He gets 50% or not 50%. He gets a big percentage off of his bills, but he's also able to find other gigs. You know, I always tell people, you need a local producer, you need someone to record your music cheap, go to the local Guitar Center. That's usually who's working there. So get yourself a job at a music store. Heck, get yourself a job as an Uber driver when that's allowed in certain parts of the country. Also, too, I'm watching a lot of producers right now who create a lot of music. They're selling their beats. They're selling their patches, their sample packs. You know, there's a lot of different ways for you to be able to create the side hustle. You've just got to realize that sometimes it takes a long time. You'll hear big superstars say, you know, I was working 3 jobs, or I was working at a restaurant during the day and I was working on my music at night, or I was working on my music all night and then I would do it in the overnights. I would go and be a janitor. We all had to do it. We all had to do it, you know. So find the side hustle that makes sense for you. And if you can also do it within the industry, that's great. If you have to step out of the industry, don't step too far out so that you can't get back in. I've also seen the side hustle turn into the regular hustle, and a lot of people end up walking away from music at that point. But do whatever you can, to continue to pursue your dreams. All right, I hope you found this helpful. There's information on, there's a whole list on this. You can check it out in the show notes and in the description of the video. If you happen to be listening to this on the podcast, I do a video version of this as well. If you're watching this on the video and you like podcast, I've got a podcast also. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll talk soon. Ciao.